Hello and welcome to my channel, I Win to Lose Gaming. I just hit onion level 50 yesterday in Wuthering Waves. Let's see the increased rewards you can expect along with some charts that I've made with my drop rate data, and let's see how much more damage I ended up doing at onion level 50 in comparison to onion level 40. Yo, what's up everyone? I just hit onion level 50 and we're going to take a look at some of the increased rewards. Didn't have to do any ascension quest or anything like that. I realized this the previous time that I grabbed this tacit field reward, but let's go ahead and see what kind of rewards we get from onion level 50. So we're going to grab this with our 60 wave plates and we got 3, 20, and 3. So I actually saw a 4 drop with my previous one, and I think I got a screenshot of it. So as we can see, that's a big improvement. Now let's go ahead and actually do a few more. Now I've run out, but I'm going to use a couple of these. And we're also going to ascend our Jiyan. Now one thing is that the enemies just automatically got stronger. And I didn't even really notice it until, well, you know, I guess until I started hitting the enemies and I realized that they're not dying instantly as quickly. We're going to send him and bam, now he is at 70 out of 80. And let's go ahead and level up. Okay, while I was live recording it, I didn't realize, but it cost 201,950 shell credits just to level up from 70 to 80. Okay, so not too bad. We need, that's a lot, you know, 500,000 experience, but fortunately these things do give a lot of experience. So there we go. He's level 80. We can see we got 29 more base attack and a significant amount more HP, which is nice. So there we go. And we can see the next level of requirements, which is quite a bit. And we can see the weapons here require 8 of these golden ones. Now, fortunately, since I am a dirty whale, we've got a bunch of these things. Well, a very whale friendly because you can redeem these. Now we have enough materials, hopefully, to upgrade these weapons up to 80. So there we go. And this could take a little bit of time. All right, so I should have seen how much experience it took, but we can see here that we need 8 of these golden ones. So for Yinlins, let's take a look at how much experience we're gonna need for this thing. So there we go, we've ascended it up to 80. Now, let's just pop all these in. So we can see we need 592,000 experience, 74 of these purple ones to get it from 70 to 80. So quite a chunky amount of experience required, as well as 236,800 credits. Holy cow, that's expensive. I guess you really need a lot of money in order to ascend this stuff in this game. Wow. All right, so I believe I'm actually set on those materials for now, but let's go ahead and just do one run to see how many we get. It's only one run, so literally not enough data to verify anything, but it'll be interesting to see, I guess. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll also do a couple overworld monsters to see the drops that they provide. So as we can see, we did one run here and we got 1 purple, 6 blues, and 6 greens. Okay, we're gonna take out Mr. Inferno Rider real quick, and we're gonna grab one of these because I will need to level up more Teffy eventually. So we can see that we definitely got 3 of these, and we're gonna consume another 60 wave plates. We got 4 this time. Holy cow, so that definitely improves the efficiency of farming world boss materials significantly. So that is definitely worth keeping in mind. Let's also go ahead and do a few more tacit field runs. I'll do 2 more tacit field runs at onion level 50 before wrapping up today, but I will also continue this tomorrow. 1 more tacit field. Let's see if we can get 4 again. 4 golden ones would actually make farming tacit fields much less of a massive pain in the patootie. So let's go ahead and see. All right, we got 3 again, and we also got 1 more of these purple ones, which is actually quite notable. All right, another onion level 50 tacit field Come on, give me 4 of those golds. Let's see. 3? Okay. Yo, what's up guys? It is day 2 of being onion level 50, as we can see, and we are going to now spend a bunch of stamina and just to see, hey, what kind of rewards can we expect from onion level 50 moving forward. Now the first things first, let's go ahead and knock out our dailies to see, are our daily rewards any better? Probably not. Same usual stuff, I think. I don't remember exactly how many of these materials you get, but there you go. Next thing to check out is we're gonna do a weekly boss to see how many weekly boss materials we get. Hopefully it upgrades to 3 now instead of the original 2. We did get 3. Look at that. So there is a chance to get 3 weekly boss materials at onion level 50. So I'm going to be focusing on my Jiyan first. As we can see, I already have this stuff good to go. And I'm going to level this up to also see what the next level requires. So we're going to level up his Forte circuit, which is very important for sequence 6 Jiyan, not as important for lower sequence Jiyans. So do keep that in mind. And indeed, we can level this up again. I'm assuming that we can only bring up our talent levels to 8, but we're about to find out, and we can see 50,000 credits. And yes, we need to indeed ascend to the next one in order to be able to level it up past level 8, which makes a heck of a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and farm some EXP materials. Here we go. So we got 2 of these and 4 of those. And this time we got 3 gold ones and 4 purple ones. That is actually quite a bit of experience. And we're going to spend this one more time. This time we got 2 again and 4 of those. All right, it's time for some boring charts, or at least I find them exciting, so that's why I make them. But here we go. Here is the aggregate data of all the runs that I've done yesterday as well as today when it comes to onion level 50 drops, and there are some interesting takeaways. Now, first of all, the resonance potion, I'm not sure how many potions you get onion level 40. Sadly, I don't have the data for onion level 40, but if anyone does have a bit more data on drops for previous onion level breakpoints like 30 and 40, I think are the most important. Definitely let us know down in the comments below. I only did 3 of the overworld boss runs. Now, when I was at onion level 40, I noticed that the bosses typically dropped between 2 to 3 of the ascension items, and now it's going all the way up to 3 to 4. Now, I have no idea what the distribution is between 3 and 4, but if it's similar to onion level 40 to 50, which I believe is roughly 50% chance, that's a really big increase going from an average of 2.5 to 3.5, but we're going to need more data and more runs in order to actually conclude that. However, at worst, it is like a roughly 20% increase, and at best, it could be all the way as high as something like a 40% increase in the ascension item drop. So there's not too much that you can do about this, except maybe you can prioritize just ascending your main DPSs up to the max, and then everyone else you can definitely push off until later due to the much improved stamina efficiency at onion level 50. Up next, we have the tacit fields. So as you can see, it was dropping 3 to 4 gold Echo EXP items, which is absolutely massive. And it's dropping 3 to 4 of the purple ones as well, which is also very nice. If I remember correctly, at onion level 40 to 49, it was dropping 2 to 3 of the gold ones. So this is a massive increase to the amount of Echo EXP that you get. Now, it's also absolutely worth mentioning that honestly, all this data for the tacit fields is pretty useless because they said they're going to buff it in version 1.1, or at least in the future. I'm not sure if they specified a specific version. So really, we should hold off on making any real judgment calls for tacit fields in terms of how much they improve once they actually buff the amount of EXP that we get for them. But as we can see, as we get closer to the end game, the amount of EXP that we get for the tacit fields is going to improve drastically. Oh yeah, and we also get 20 gold tuners. Now, I personally haven't been running out of gold tuners, but let me know if you guys have been struggling with gold tuners down in the comments below. Up next, we have the forgery challenges, which is the, weapon ascension materials as well as talent ascension items. And every run that I did at onion level 50, which I did 5 runs total, dropped 1 purple mat. I did not see a gold mat drop, and the blues and greens were pretty consistent at 6 and 6, and I saw 1 variation in the runs with 5 and 7 drops. So we can see that the total greens, which I believe is a reasonable metric to use here because, each purple is worth 9, each blue is worth 3, each green is worth 1. So the total greens that dropped per forgery challenge run on average was 32.6. Now remember at onion level 40, the purple mats were not consistently dropping 1 per run. So there is that to keep in mind. As for how big of an increase this is, I'm not entirely sure. So be sure to, hopefully someone will post an average down in the comments below. Now finally, we have the weekly boss. This is something that you can probably control a little bit better than some of the above ones, because if you're almost level onion level 50 before the end of the week, you can wait until you hit onion level 50, so that way you have a chance of getting 3 boss materials. Now, out of the 3 runs I did, which of course only 3 runs, one of them dropped 3 materials and the other 2 dropped 2. And it's also worth noting that I also got one of the crafting blocks, whatever those things are called, that you can craft one of those craftable 4-star weapons. And finally, it is absolutely worth mentioning for the shell credits that you only get 80,000 at onion level 50 in comparison to, I believe it was 76,000 at onion level 40. So that's literally like what, a 5% increase to the amount of shell credits that you get, which is absolutely abysmal. So what that means is that, funnily enough, the shell credits is actually one of the most efficient things you can farm from onion level 40 to 50 due to the very, very small increase in the amount of shell credits that you get in comparison to onion level 40 at onion level 50. So as boring as it is, if you just want to focus on pure stamina efficiency, shell credits is the way to go. But if you overfarm shell credits, that means that you're not going to be able to power up your characters in the other departments, which is very important because you still want to kill things, reasonably fast. But yeah, that's just some food for thought. Shell credits seem to be one of the more efficient things to farm at onion level 40. And sorry guys, I didn't even bother with the weapon EXP dungeon. I haven't really had any issues with weapon EXP, and you can also farm some of these in the overworld. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have been having any issues with the weapon EXP. Alright, now I also have a very quick clip of a damage comparison between my level 70 Jiyan and level 80 Jiyan. I'm doing the exact same rotation for both of these runs. On the left, we can see that my level 70 Jiyan did 251,775 damage with the biggest tick on his ultimate, whereas on the right Jiyan at level 80, he's now doing 350,481 damage on the biggest tick of his ultimate, which is a massive 39% increase to his damage output. And if we go a bit further, we can now see that each of these ticks from his basic-ish attack during his ultimate is doing 15,753 damage in comparison to 11,316 damage, which is another 39% increase to his damage from level 70 to level 80. So we have some absolutely massive gains to Jiyan's damage after hitting onion level 50, so that is definitely something you guys can look forward to once you reach this point in the game. So yeah, let me know if you guys learned anything about my journey to onion level 50 down in the comments below. Let me also know how close you guys are to onion level 50, or just let me know what your onion level is currently. And if you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to smash the subscribe button, as I will probably make another one once I hit onion level 60. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. This is I Went to Lose, signing out.